Hello everyone, Michael here with the Daily Note 2 and 3 YouTube channel, and I want to give you the best advice that I could give any Samsung Galaxy owner, which is to get a spare battery and an external charger. And I can't stress this enough, but it really will change your life. Imagine never having to linger around waiting for that battery to charge. And the one that I recommend is the one made by Samsung. They seem to change the name of it every year, but now it's called the Extra Battery Kit. It comes with this external charging case and a full-size spare battery. And when hooked up, it takes about 2.5 hours to charge your battery. And when it's done charging, the light will turn green. I've left these on for days and you don't have to worry about overcharging. It just stops charging when it turns green. And really, I don't even unplug it from the power. I just do a swap in the morning. Sure, there are generic options out there. Maybe you could save $10 or even $20 if you're buying an external charger and the extra battery. Somewhere down the line, I've decided to only use OEM batteries or original equipment manufacturer batteries for all my electronics. It is because shortcuts can be made during the battery making process. And some of these generic batteries, the battery life will be great initially, and then there'll be a sharp drop off. Or maybe you leave them sitting for a little while and they will just stop charging altogether. Well, I've never experienced that with the Samsung battery, so that's why I recommend the ones made by Samsung. The headache or the worry is not going to be worth the $10 or $20 that you're going to save. And you might be thinking, well, for that $20, I could get another battery or I could get two batteries. From my personal experience with the Galaxy Note 2 and other phones, the second battery and the external charger is one of the best investments you can make and something you'll be using every day. Whereas a third battery was one of the worst investments I've ever made. Sure, it only cost me $20, but that third battery, I've used it only maybe once during the 8 months that I owned it, and I only needed a little bit off the top at the end of the day. So on a normal day, all you really need to do is swap out the battery in the morning. You could see that this process is really quick. One thing I love about the Note 3 is that it shuts down and starts up really quickly. So all this talk about charging faster, whether that's happening or not, none of that's going to matter if you're able to just swap out the battery in less than 1 minute. Nothing's going to be able to beat that. And because it charges fairly quickly, you will find yourself on some days where you know you're just going to be on that phone for an extended period of time. And even though the Galaxy Note 3's battery is probably the best battery we've seen on a smartphone so far, you might have days where you know you have to be on that phone all day in full brightness because maybe you're out in the sun. And on those days, you will still run out of battery before the end of the day. So you will have this fully charged battery in the case ready to go. So it takes about a month for Samsung to get these external chargers out in the market. And you will be able to purchase one in the coming weeks. And the price I've seen, it starts normally at around $60. Maybe in the future it will be somewhere around $40. And I've seen 50% coupons at the Samsung store in the past. So, you can get it at a decent price, but even at $60, this thing will pay for itself literally immediately as you get it. So I say don't hesitate. I think the worst thing in the world is having to just linger around at work or at home just so that the phone gets a little bit more juice before you unplug it. Anyway, that's my number one tip for any Samsung Galaxy anything owner is to get a spare battery and an external charger. So anyway, that's my short tip for today. Get it when it becomes available. I'll try to come back to this video in about 2 weeks and post up a link when it becomes available. And make sure you check out my other videos on the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 and 3 and please subscribe for more upcoming videos. Once again, thank you for watching.